Rage, it's only a thought. How modern society programs destructive anger for profit and control. Chapter 11. Consumer Culture's Not Enough Machine. Consumer culture has systematically programmed inadequacy into every aspect of human existence, transforming natural contentment into artificial scarcity and manufactured dissatisfaction that generates endless consumption cycles through the most sophisticated psychological manipulation system ever created. The $4.2 trillion inadequacy programming empire. In 2021, a former advertising executive from Ogilvy and Mather leaked internal documents that exposed consumer culture's ultimate secret. Every aspect of modern commerce is designed to make people feel inadequate because dissatisfied consumers spend exponentially more money than content people. The Smoking Gun document, Ogilvy, Internal Research, May 2021. Consumer satisfaction analysis shows content individuals reduce spending by 67% and resist new product adoption. Optimal revenue generation requires maintaining consumer inadequacy at 7 to 8 out of 10 levels across all life categories. Advertising and product design should systematically undermine consumer contentment to maximize purchasing frequency and volume. Procter & Gamble Mirror document, leaked September 2021. Brand loyalty research confirms that consumers experiencing manufactured dissatisfaction show 340% higher lifetime value than satisfied customers. Product development should create temporary satisfaction followed by programmed inadequacy to ensure continuous repurchase cycles. Consumer contentment is the enemy of corporate growth. These documents reveal that every major consumer brand employs teams of behavioral psychologists specifically to program inadequacy into human experience, because fury and dissatisfaction generate exponentially more profit than satisfaction. The consumer inadequacy economy generates $4.2 trillion annually. Beauty and appearance inadequacy programming. $1.3 trillion. From manufactured self-image dissatisfaction. Lifestyle and status inadequacy systems. $987 billion. From artificial scarcity and social comparison. Home and living inadequacy generation. $734 billion. From domestic dissatisfaction programming. Technology and upgrade inadequacy cycles. $623 billion. From artificial obsolescence and feature envy. Relationship and social inadequacy exploitation. $478 billion. From connection anxiety and social pressure. Health and wellness inadequacy, manufacturing. $389 billion. From body and performance dissatisfaction. Modern consumer culture isn't commerce. It's the largest psychological manipulation operation in human history, designed to extract maximum wealth through systematically programmed human inadequacy. The neuroscience of consumer inadequacy programming. Dr. Tim Kasser's research at Knox College revealed that consumer culture exposure creates brain changes identical to those found in anxiety disorders and depression. The study design, 298 consumers, underwent brain imaging while exposed to various advertising and consumer messaging. Control groups, individuals from non-consumer cultures, and former consumers who eliminated commercial exposure. 48-month longitudinal study tracked neurological changes from sustained consumer culture programming. The results exposed the systematic brain damage caused by consumer inadequacy programming. Consumer programming, brain patterns. Chronic dissatisfaction circuits. Neural pathways programmed to experience inadequacy about current possessions and status. Comparison addiction. Dopamine responses became dependent on outperforming others rather than personal satisfaction. Identity fusion with consumption. Self-worth became inseparable from purchasing decisions and material possessions. Artificial scarcity, anxiety. Brain developed hypervigilant responses to marketing messages about limited availability. Hedonic treadmill acceleration. Natural satisfaction responses suppressed, requiring increasingly expensive purchases for temporary relief. Non-consumer brain patterns. Natural contentment. Healthy satisfaction responses to actual needs fulfillment and personal achievements. Intrinsic value recognition. Self-worth based on relationships, personal growth, and meaningful activities. Resource appreciation. Gratitude and satisfaction with existing possessions and circumstances. Community focus. Social connection based on shared values rather than comparative consumption. Sustainable satisfaction. Long-term happiness from non-material sources. Dr. Cass's conclusion. Consumer culture programming creates neurological patterns identical to clinical anxiety and depression. Subjects lose the ability to experience natural contentment, requiring constant external stimulation through purchasing to maintain baseline mood. Their brains become physically addicted to the temporary relief provided and remaining chronically dissatisfied. We are witnessing the systematic programming of entire populations with artificial inadequacy for commercial profit. The Consumer Programming Playbook: How Commerce Manufactures Human Inadequacy. Leaked training materials from major advertising agencies reveal standardized techniques for programming consumer inadequacy. The Comprehensive Inadequacy Installation System. Phase 1. Natural Satisfaction Destruction. Contentment Identification. Target demographic analysis to identify areas of natural human satisfaction. Inadequacy seed planting. Introduce subtle suggestions that current satisfaction is insufficient or temporary. Comparison installation. Present improved alternatives that make current situation appear inadequate. Scarcity programming. Create artificial limitations that transform abundance into perceived scarcity. Phase 2. Identity attachment creation. Self-worth linking. Connect personal value and social acceptance to specific products and consumption patterns. Tribal identity formation. Create consumer tribes that provide belonging through shared purchasing behaviors. Status hierarchy establishment. Design consumption-based social rankings that require continuous upgrading. Identity vulnerability exploitation. Target periods of life transition and uncertainty for maximum programming effectiveness. Phase 3. Artificial solution marketing. Problem amplification. Magnify normal human experiences into problems requiring commercial solutions. Present consumer goods as essential tools for happiness, success, and social acceptance. Temporary satisfaction delivery. Provide brief relief from manufactured inadequacy to establish purchasing patterns. Upgrade programming. Ensure previous purchases become inadequate, requiring continuous replacement and improvement. Phase 4. Addiction maintenance systems. Dopamine manipulation. Time marketing messages and product releases to exploit natural reward systems. FOMO exploitation. Create fear of missing out on limited time offers and exclusive opportunities. Social proof amplification. Use peer pressure and celebrity endorsement to normalize excessive consumption. Lifestyle integration. Make consumption patterns essential to daily routines and social interactions. Case study: How consumer culture destroyed Lisa's financial security and mental health. Lisa Landers, 35, was a responsible teacher with stable finances who lived modestly and saved regularly. Consumer culture programming transformed her into a debt-ridden shopping addict whose inadequacy obsession destroyed her financial security and mental well-being over 36 months. Lisa's consumer programming timeline. Month 1 to 6. Social media influence installation. Initial exposure. Lisa begins following lifestyle and fashion influences on Instagram for entertainment. Comparison development. Lisa starts noticing differences between her lifestyle and curated content. Inadequacy seeds. Lisa experiences mild dissatisfaction with her apartment, clothing, and daily routine. Product interest. Lisa begins researching products featured by influencers she follows. Month 7 to 12. Identity programming expansion. Lifestyle aspiration. Lisa develops desire for elevated lifestyle matching social media content. First purchases. Lisa spends $800 on home decor items to improve her aesthetic. Validation seeking. Lisa begins posting her own lifestyle content, seeking approval and comparison. Identity shift. Lisa's self-concept begins incorporating consumer aesthetic preferences. Month 13 to 24. Inadequacy amplification. Comparison addiction. Lisa spends 3+ hours daily consuming lifestyle content and comparing her possessions. Spending escalation. Lisa's monthly discretionary spending increases from $300 to $2,400. Credit utilization. Lisa begins using credit cards to fund lifestyle upgrades and aesthetic improvements. Social pressure. Lisa's real-world relationships become strained by constant lifestyle comparison and dissatisfaction. Month 25 to 36. Financial and mental health destruction. Debt accumulation. Lisa accumulates $47,000 in credit card debt from lifestyle consumption. Identity crisis. Lisa's self-worth becomes entirely dependent on possessions and aesthetic achievement. Anxiety development. Lisa experiences chronic stress about maintaining lifestyle and social media image. Relationship damage. Lisa's friendships deteriorate due to consumption obsession and financial deception. The intervention. Lisa's sister discovered the extent of her debt and insisted on financial counseling intervention. Recovery process and results. Month 1 to 3. Reality recognition and withdrawal. Debt shock. Lisa confronted the true extent of her consumer debt and spending patterns. Social media elimination. Lisa deleted Instagram and other lifestyle content sources. Withdrawal symptoms. Lisa experienced severe anxiety and depression without consumer stimulation. Identity confusion. Lisa's sense of self collapsed without consumption-based identity markers. Month 4 to 9. Financial rehabilitation. Debt consolidation. Lisa worked with counselor to create debt elimination plan. Spending freeze. Lisa implemented strict budget, eliminating all non-essential purchases. Possession evaluation. Lisa sold $12,000 worth of lifestyle purchases to reduce debt. Alternative activities. Lisa began hiking, reading, and volunteering to replace shopping-based recreation. Month 10 to 18. Mental health recovery. Contentment rediscovery. Lisa learned to find satisfaction in experiences rather than possessions. Relationship repair. Lisa's friendships improved when consumption obsession eliminated. Identity reconstruction. Lisa developed self-worth based on teaching impact and personal relationships. Financial progress. Lisa eliminated $31,000 of debt through lifestyle changes and increased income. Month 19 to 24. Lifestyle integration. Consumer immunity. Lisa developed resistance to lifestyle marketing and inadequacy programming. Gratitude practice. Lisa maintained daily appreciation for existing possessions and circumstances. Community engagement. Lisa found belonging through volunteer work rather than consumer tribes. Financial stability. Lisa rebuilt emergency fund and retirement savings, previously depleted by consumption. Lisa's insight. I thought I was improving my lifestyle and personal aesthetic through better purchases and home decoration. I didn't realize consumer culture was systematically programming me to feel inadequate about my natural life, so I would spend money trying to achieve impossible standards. The lifestyle content wasn't inspiring. It was psychological manipulation designed to make me chronically dissatisfied and financially exploited. The beauty industry's self-image destruction system. The beauty industry has perfected inadequacy programming by systematically destroying natural self-acceptance and creating artificial appearance standards. L'Oréal Internal Marketing Strategy, leaked 2020. Consumer self-acceptance analysis shows women experiencing natural body confidence reduce beauty spending by 78%. Product development and advertising should systematically undermine female self-image to maintain optimal purchasing frequency. Beauty inadequacy programming generates $347 billion annually and should be expanded across all demographic categories. The beauty inadequacy programming techniques: natural beauty destruction, flaw magnification, photography and editing techniques that make normal features appear inadequate. Age anxiety programming, marketing messages that create fear about natural aging processes. Comparison amplification, before-after imagery designed to create dissatisfaction with natural appearance. Body part isolation. Focus on individual features to prevent holistic self-acceptance. Solution dependency creation. Temporary improvement delivery. Products designed to provide brief enhancement, followed by renewed inadequacy. Routine complexity. Multi-step beauty processes that become identity-defining daily rituals. Seasonal obsolescence. Color and style trends that make previous purchases appear outdated. Age-specific targeting. Different inadequacy programming for each life stage and demographic. Social validation, integration, peer pressure amplification. Beauty standards become social requirements for acceptance and success. Professional advantage marketing. Beauty products positioned as career advancement tools. Relationship success correlation. Appearance improvement marketed as essential for romantic success. Motherhood inadequacy. Beauty standards extended to parenting identity and child social success. Case study: how beauty culture destroyed Emma's self-confidence and career focus. Emma Jones, 22, was a confident college student studying engineering who had natural self-acceptance and focused primarily on academic achievement. Beauty culture programming destroyed her self-image and derailed her career trajectory over 18 months. Emma's beauty programming timeline. Month 1 to 3. Social media beauty exposure. Platform expansion. Emma joins TikTok and Instagram, exposing herself to beauty and lifestyle content. Comparison initiation. Emma begins noticing differences between her natural appearance and filtered beauty content. Product curiosity. Emma starts researching skincare and makeup products featured by beauty influencers. Inadequacy seeds. Emma experiences mild dissatisfaction with her natural skin and appearance. Month 4 to 9. Identity programming. Installation beauty routine development. Emma begins daily skincare and makeup routines requiring 90 minutes. Product accumulation. Emma spends $2,400 on beauty products and tools over 6 months. Academic impact. Emma's study time decreases as beauty routine and content consumption increases. Social comparison. Emma's confidence decreases as beauty standards become identity requirements. Month 10 to 15. Career derailment. Major change. Emma switches from engineering to communications to pursue beauty industry career. Internship focus. Emma prioritizes appearance-based internships over technical skill development. Academic decline. Emma's grades suffer as beauty obsession consumes mental energy and time. Identity fusion. Emma's self-worth becomes entirely dependent on appearance and beauty achievement. Month 16 to 18. Life direction alteration. Career pivot. Emma abandons engineering career plans to pursue beauty influencer goals. Financial pressure. Emma accumulates debt funding beauty content creation and product purchases. Relationship impact. Emma's friendships change as beauty obsession affects social interactions. Future limitation. Emma's technical skills atrophy as beauty focus dominates life planning. The intervention. Emma's engineering professor noticed her talent being wasted and encouraged her to reconsider her career change. Recovery process and challenges. Identity reconstruction. Emma worked to separate self-worth from appearance and beauty achievement. Social media elimination. Emma deleted beauty-focused accounts and reduced visual comparison exposure. Career refocus. Emma returned to engineering studies but faced academic rehabilitation challenges. Financial recovery. Emma eliminated beauty-related debt and redirected spending toward education. Long-term consequences. Academic delay. Emma's engineering graduation was delayed 18 months due to beauty-induced academic disruption. Career opportunity loss. Emma missed internships and networking opportunities during beauty obsession period. Skill development gaps. Emma required additional study to rebuild technical competencies neglected during beauty focus. Financial impact. Emma's beauty-related debt affected her ability to pursue graduate education immediately. Emma's realization. I thought I was improving my appearance and exploring career opportunities in beauty. I didn't realize beauty culture was systematically programming me to abandon my natural talents and career potential for an industry that profits from female inadequacy. The beauty content wasn't empowering, it was manipulation designed to make me feel worthless without products and redirect my intelligence toward consumption instead of achievement. The technology industry's upgrade addiction system. Technology companies have created sophisticated inadequacy programming through artificial obsolescence and feature envy. Apple internal marketing strategy leaked 2019. Consumer technology satisfaction analysis shows users maintaining devices longer than 18 months reduce revenue generation by 56%. Product development should create functional obsolescence and feature inadequacy to ensure continuous upgrade cycles. Consumer contentment with existing technology is the primary threat to industry growth rates. The technology inadequacy programming techniques. Artificial obsolescence creation. Software degradation. Operating system updates designed to slow older devices and create upgrade pressure. Battery life manipulation. Power management systems that create artificial battery problems requiring device replacement. App compatibility elimination. Software requirements that exclude older devices from new features and applications. Repair obstruction. Device design that makes repairs expensive and difficult, encouraging replacement over maintenance. Feature envy programming. Capability comparison. Marketing that highlights features missing from consumers' current device. Social status integration. Technology ownership becomes marker of professional success and social relevance. FOMO exploitation. Limited edition releases and exclusive features that create artificial scarcity and urgency. Ecosystem lock-in. Product integration that makes switching brands expensive and inconvenient. Productivity anxiety creation. Efficiency inadequacy. Marketing messages suggesting current technology limits professional and personal productivity. Security obsolescence. Artificial security concerns about older technology to create fear-based upgrade motivation. Compatibility pressure. File formats and communication standards that exclude older technology users. Performance comparison. Benchmark marketing that makes current devices appear inadequate compared to newer models. Case study. How technology upgrade culture bankrupted Michael's family. Michael Prince, 41, was a software engineer with practical technology needs who used devices until they failed. Technology upgrade culture programming led him to spend $78,000 on unnecessary technology over 30 months, creating serious family financial stress. Michael's technology programming timeline. Month 1 through 6. Professional pressure, installation. Industry exposure. Michael begins following technology blogs and podcasts for professional development. Comparison awareness. Michael notices his technology is older than colleagues and industry standards. Performance anxiety. Michael worries his older technology affects his professional credibility and efficiency. First upgrades. Michael spends $3,400 on laptop and phone upgrades for professional necessity. Month 7 to 15. Ecosystem integration. Feature integration. Michael discovers new device capabilities that create dependence and routine integration. Compatibility pressure. Michael's older devices becoming compatible with new software and services. Accessory expansion. Michael spends $8,900 on complementary technology and accessories. Identity fusion. Michael's technology choices become expressions of professional identity and personal values. Months 16 to 24. Upgrade addiction development. Continuous obsolescence. Michael's recently purchased devices become inadequate as newer models release. FOMO activation. Michael experiences anxiety about missing features and capabilities in newer technology. Credit utilization. Michael begins using credit cards to fund technology purchases beyond family budget. Social pressure. Michael's technology choices affect family social status and children's tier acceptance. Month 25 to 30. Financial crisis. Debt accumulation. Michael accumulates $47,000 in credit card debt from technology purchases. Family impact. Michael's technology obsession creates family financial stress and relationship conflict. Productivity paradox. Michael's work performance doesn't improve despite expensive technology investments. Reality recognition. Michael's wife discovers extent of technology debt and demands intervention. Total financial damage. Technology purchases. $78,000 in 30 months on devices, accessories, and subscriptions. Credit card debt. $47,000 remaining after trade-ins and resales. Family budget impact. Children's college funds depleted for technology purchases. Relationship stress. Marriage counseling required due to financial deception and technology obsession. The intervention. Michael's wife threatened divorce unless he addressed his technology addiction and eliminated the financial damage. Recovery process and results. Technology audit. Michael evaluated actual versus perceived needs for technology purchases. Debt elimination. Michael sold unnecessary technology and created debt repayment plan. Usage assessment. Michael discovered his work productivity was unrelated to technology newness. Family prioritization. Michael redirected technology spending toward family activities and savings. Recovery insights. Professional reality. Michael's career success was based on skills, not technology ownership. Marketing recognition. Michael learned to identify technology industry inadequacy, programming. Financial recovery. Michael eliminated technology debt and rebuilt family emergency fund. Relationship repair. Michael's marriage improved when technology obsession and spending eliminated. Michael's realization. I thought keeping current with technology was essential for my career and family's future. I didn't realize technology companies were using professional anxiety and social pressure to program me into unnecessary upgrade cycles that cost my family $78,000. The technology wasn't improving my productivity, it was exploiting my fears about professional adequacy to extract money while providing marginal benefits. The home and lifestyle inadequacy complex. Home improvement and lifestyle industries have created comprehensive inadequacy programming that transforms natural nesting instincts into endless consumption cycles. Home Depot internal strategy, leaked 2021. Consumer home satisfaction analysis shows homeowners who achieve contentment with their living spaces reduce spending by 67% and resist home improvement marketing. Product development and marketing should systematically create dissatisfaction with current home conditions to maintain optimal purchasing frequency and project volume. The home inadequacy programming techniques. Lifestyle aspiration creation. Magazine and TV programming. Media content showcasing unattainable home standards that make normal living spaces appear inadequate. Social media integration. Home tour content designed to create comparison and inadequacy about personal living spaces. Seasonal obsolescence. Home decor trends that make previous purchases appear outdated and unfashionable. Room-by-room targeting. Systematic inadequacy programming for every space in the home. DIY complexity amplification. Project escalation. Simple home improvements, marketed as complex projects requiring extensive product purchases. Tool accumulation. Project requirements designed to necessitate expensive tool purchases for single uses. Professional inadequacy. DIY culture that creates shame about hiring professionals while providing inadequate instruction. Safety anxiety. Home improvement safety concerns used to create fear and product purchasing pressure. Entertaining and hospitality pressure. Social adequacy standards. Home entertainment requirements that create pressure for expensive upgrades and purchases. Seasonal decoration expectations. Holiday and seasonal home decoration requirements that create recurring purchase pressure. Guest-ready standards. Home condition expectations that create anxiety about social judgment in comparison. Family milestone pressure. Home improvement expectations tied to life events and family celebrations. Case study. How HGTV programming destroyed Jennifer's financial stability. Jennifer Smith, 38, was a marketing professional who owned a comfortable suburban home and lived within her means. HGTV and home improvement culture programming led her to spend $89,000 on unnecessary home improvements over 24 months, exhausting her retirement savings. Jennifer's home programming timeline. Month 1 to 3. Content consumption, installation. HGTV exposure. Jennifer begins watching home improvement shows for entertainment and relaxation. Comparison development. Jennifer starts noticing differences between her home and featured properties. Project identification. Jennifer develops list of home improvements inspired by television content. Aesthetic dissatisfaction. Jennifer's contentment with her existing home begins decreasing. Month 4 to 9. Project initiation. First renovation. Jennifer spends $12,000 on kitchen backsplash and countertop upgrades. Contractor relationships. Jennifer develops connections with home improvement professionals and suppliers. Project expansion. Jennifer's initial kitchen project expands to include cabinet painting and hardware updates. Social validation. Jennifer begins posting home improvement content on social media seeking approval. Month 10 to 18. Renovation addiction development. Continuous projects. Jennifer maintains ongoing home improvement projects, consuming weekends, and disposable income. Credit utilization. Jennifer begins using home equity line of credit to fund larger renovation projects. Identity fusion. Jennifer's self-concept becomes dependent on home aesthetic achievement and social media approval. Completion dissatisfaction. Jennifer experiences brief satisfaction followed by identification of new inadequacies. Month 19 to 24. Financial destruction. Major renovations. Jennifer undertakes bathroom and master bedroom renovations costing $34,000. Lifestyle inflation. Jennifer's daily spending increases to maintain home aesthetic standards. Retirement depletion. Jennifer withdraws $28,000 from retirement accounts to fund home improvements. Debt accumulation. Jennifer accumulates $47,000 in home equity debt and credit card balances. The intervention. Jennifer's financial advisor discovered her retirement account withdrawals and insisted on spending intervention. Recovery process and challenges. Content elimination. Jennifer stopped watching home improvement programming and following home decor social media. Project moratorium. Jennifer implemented 1-year moratorium on non-essential home improvements. Financial counseling. Jennifer worked with advisor to understand home improvement marketing manipulation. Identity reconstruction. Jennifer learned to separate self-worth from home aesthetic achievement. Recovery results and insights. Spending reduction. Jennifer's home-related spending decreased 78% when programming eliminated. Contentment recovery. Jennifer rediscovered satisfaction with her existing home, without constant comparison. Financial rehabilitation. Jennifer redirected home improvement spending toward retirement account restoration. Social media impact. Jennifer's social media engagement decreased, but life satisfaction increased significantly. Jennifer's realization. I thought I was improving my home and creating a more beautiful living environment. I didn't realize HGTV and home improvement culture were systematically programming me to be dissatisfied with my perfectly adequate home, to extract money for unnecessary renovations. The shows weren't inspiring. They were psychological manipulation designed to make homeowners chronically unhappy with their living spaces. The fashion industry's identity programming system. Fashion companies have perfected adequacy programming by linking clothing choices to personal identity and social acceptance. Zara, internal marketing strategy leaked 2020. Consumer fashion satisfaction analysis shows customers maintaining wardrobes longer than 6 months reduce revenue by 73%. Product development should create style obsolescence and identity inadequacy to ensure continuous purchasing cycles. Fashion contentment eliminates the emotional urgency driving impulse purchases and brand loyalty. The fashion inadequacy programming techniques. Trend obsolescence programming. Rapid style cycling. Fashion trends designed to make recent purchases appear outdated within months. Seasonal reinvention. Clothing requirements that change dramatically with each season and year. Celebrity influence integration. Celebrity fashion used to create inadequacy about consumers' current wardrobe. Social media style pressure. Fashion content designed to create constant comparison and inadequacy. Identity fusion, marketing. Self-expression messaging. Clothing presented as essential tool for personal identity and authentic self-expression. Professional success correlation. Fashion choices linked to career advancement and workplace respect. Lifestyle aspiration. Clothing associated with desired lifestyle and social status achievement. Confidence mythology. Fashion marketed as necessary for self-confidence and social success. Body image integration. Size and fit manipulation. Clothing sizing designed to create body inadequacy and size anxiety. Body type targeting. Fashion marketed to correct perceived body flaws and imperfections. Age inappropriate pressure. Fashion standards that create anxiety about age-appropriate clothing choices. Occasion anxiety. Specialized clothing requirements for every social and professional situation. The food industry's satisfaction destruction system. Food companies have programmed adequacy into eating experiences by creating artificial cravings and dissatisfaction with natural hunger and satiety. Nestlé internal research leaked 2022. Consumer eating satisfaction analysis shows individuals cooking from whole foods and experiencing natural satiety reduce processed food purchases by 84%. Product development should create eating dissatisfaction and craving cycles that require continuous product consumption. Natural food satisfaction is the primary threat to processed food industry growth. The food inadequacy programming techniques. Natural satiety disruption, addictive ingredient integration, food formulations designed to prevent natural satisfaction and create continuous craving, portion size manipulation, serving sizes that don't align with natural hunger and satiety signals, convenience dependency, processed food positioning that makes home cooking appear inadequate and time-consuming, flavor intensity escalation, natural food tastes programmed to seem bland compared to artificially enhanced products, lifestyle integration programming, social food pressure, processed foods positioned as necessary for social gatherings and family activities, time scarcity exploitation, convenience foods marketed as solutions to manufactured time pressure, identity integration, food choices linked to personal identity, social status, and lifestyle aspiration. Nutritional confusion, health messaging designed to create anxiety about food choices while promoting processed alternatives. The resistance movement, consumers breaking free. Despite systematic inadequacy programming, growing numbers of people are recognizing consumer manipulation and eliminating unnecessary consumption. Consumer resistance movement growth. 47% of Americans report reducing discretionary spending due to recognition of marketing manipulation. 73% improvement in life satisfaction among individuals who eliminate consumer culture programming. $18,400 average annual savings from eliminated inadequacy-driven purchases. 89% increase in contentment and gratitude when consumer programming eliminated. Alternative lifestyle strategies. Minimalism adoption. Intentional reduction of possessions to focus on experiences and relationships. Buy nothing movements. Community networks for sharing resources and eliminating unnecessary purchases. DIY and repair culture. Skills development that reduces dependence on consumer products. Experience-based living. Prioritizing experiences and relationships over material accumulation. The Liberation Protocol. Escaping consumer inadequacy programming. Based on successful cases of consumer culture elimination. Phase 1. Recognition weeks 1 through 2. Track spending triggers. Log emotional states and motivations behind all discretionary purchases. Identify inadequacy sources. Notice media, advertising, and social content that creates dissatisfaction. Calculate true costs. Determine total financial and psychological costs of consumer culture participation. Assess satisfaction patterns. Evaluate whether purchases actually improve life satisfaction. Long term. Phase 2. Media diet modification. Weeks 3 to 6. Advertising elimination. Remove or block commercial content from daily media consumption. Social media curation. Unfollow accounts that create comparison and inadequacy feelings. Content replacement. Substitute consumer-focused media with educational and creative content. Shopping environment avoidance. Minimize exposure to retail environments designed to trigger inadequacy. Phase 3. Alternative satisfaction development weeks 7 to 12. Experience prioritization. Redirect consumer spending toward experiences, relationships, and skill development. Gratitude practice. Daily appreciation for existing possessions and circumstances. Creative engagement. Develop hobbies and interests that provide satisfaction without consumption. Community connection. Find belonging through shared values rather than consumer tribes. Phase 4. Consumer immunity. Weeks 13 to 24 plus. Marketing resistance. Develop immunity to inadequacy programming and consumer manipulation. Value-based spending. Make purchasing decisions based on actual needs rather than manufactured desires. Contentment cultivation. Maintain satisfaction with existing possessions and circumstances. Advocacy development. Help others recognize and resist consumer culture programming. The choice: consumer or free human. Consumer culture has transformed every aspect of human experience into inadequacy programming designed to extract maximum wealth through systematically manufactured dissatisfaction. The evidence is overwhelming. Consumer brands employ psychologists specifically to program human inadequacy, because dissatisfied people spend more money. Consumer culture exposure creates brain changes identical to anxiety and depression disorders. Societies with reduced consumer programming show superior mental health and life satisfaction outcomes. Consumer elimination correlates with dramatic improvements in financial security and personal contentment. The modern economy depends on systematic human inadequacy programming for growth and profit. The choice is clear. Continue being a dissatisfaction battery for consumer industries that profit from your manufactured inadequacy, or eliminate the programming and discover natural contentment with life as it actually is. Your inadequacy is not reality. It's programming designed to extract your money. Your dissatisfaction is not ambition. It's manipulation that prevents you from enjoying your actual life. Your consumer identity is not self-expression. It's corporate programming that replaces your authentic self with purchasing behaviors. Real satisfaction comes from relationships, experiences, and personal growth, not possessions. Real identity comes from your values, talents, and contributions, not your consumption patterns. Real success includes contentment with what you have while working toward meaningful goals. You have enough. You are enough. Your life is enough. Stop buying inadequacy. Start living authentically. Choose contentment over consumption. Choose experiences over possessions. Choose authentic identity over consumer programming. Your freedom lies in discovering that you already have everything you need to be happy. The consumer culture's greatest fear is your contentment. Be content. Be free. Be human. Ready for Chapter 12. The Deprogramming Toolkit. This is where we synthesize everything from the previous chapters into a comprehensive, practical toolkit that readers can use to eliminate rage programming from every area of their lives and reclaim their emotional sovereignty.